Party, a legacy of lies. 3 days had passed since the unexpected reunion. Thomas immersed himself obsessively in old files, cancelling meetings and delegating responsibilities. Something about his father's story of how he acquired the land for the new Weber business complex didn't sit right. In his father's office at the family mansion, he found a locked folder labeled Project Aurora, the name of Maya's town. Using a key he had secretly copied years ago, he opened it. His blood ran cold. The folder contained contracts, lawsuits, and a particularly disturbing document, a forged death certificate for Maya's mother. He faked her death, Thomas muttered in disbelief, to get the land. At the same time, in Xavier's workshop, Maya had made her own decision. She had kept the truth for too long. "I'm going to confront him," she declared, revealing her hidden file to Xavier. "The documents are authentic. His father's signature is on all of them." "It's dangerous," Xavier warned. "The Webers destroyed your family once. They can do worse now." Maya caressed the sapphire ring on her finger. "I have nothing left to lose." That night, Thomas received a message from Maya as he drove his sedan toward her shop. Central Square, 20 minutes. Come alone. The square in Aurora City was deserted when Thomas arrived. Maya was waiting, sitting on a bench under a leafy oak tree, a place strangely reminiscent of their childhood. "For 20 years, I wondered why my mother abandoned me," Maya began without preamble. "Why I lost everything in an instant. Maya, I've discovered something terrible," Thomas interrupted, his eyes filled with horror. Your father faked my mother's death," she finished, handing him some yellowed papers. "Then he threatened her life if she tried to get me back. He wanted our land, the land with the largest reserve of fresh water in the region." Thomas paled as he examined the documents. The signature was unmistakable. "How did you get these?" he asked, his voice trembling. "My mother left them with Xavier before she disappeared. He waited until I was old enough to understand." Maya pulled out an old photograph. "This is my mother, Amelia Alvera. She didn't abandon me. She was forced to disappear." The photo showed a woman with a gentle face, wearing the same sapphire ring. In the background, a green valley, now transformed into concrete and steel with the Weber logo. "Tomorrow, I'm going to make everything public at the groundbreaking ceremony for the new complex," Maya announced. Thomas stared at her, stunned. "There will be hundreds of reporters, investors, politicians." "Exactly," Maya confirmed. "The perfect moment to reveal that the Weber empire was built on fraud, extortion, and destroyed lives." Thomas's phone rang insistently. His father, for the 5th time. He ignored it. "There's more," Maya continued. "I have reason to believe my mother is still alive. Her last communication came 8 years ago. An anonymous letter, but the handwriting was hers." She hesitated. "From a psychiatric clinic in New Hope." Thomas took a deep breath, making a decision that would change everything. "Don't wait until tomorrow," he said, his eyes meeting hers with new determination. "Let's go now." To the inauguration. My father moved the event up to tonight, fearing leaks. In the limousine on the way to the complex, Thomas explained his plan. "I have full access to the security system and the stage. I can put you in position to confront him publicly at the exact moment." What he didn't tell her was that he had also discovered the exact location of her mother. She wasn't in a clinic, but on a private Weber property, held as collateral for someone's silence. The event was lavish. The business and political elite admired the imposing complex built on what had once been the Alvera family home. Ernesto Weber, Thomas's father, smiled for the cameras, his authority unquestionable. "Thomas, finally," he exclaimed when he saw his son. His eyes hardened when he noticed Maya beside him. "What is she doing here?" "A special guest, father," Thomas replied coldly. "Someone with a fascinating story about the origins of this land." Ernesto paled. "My office, now." In his luxurious office, the Weber patriarch stared at Maya with contempt. "How much?" he asked dryly. "What's your price for disappearing like your mother should have?" "My mother," Maya replied, her voice steady. "I want to know where she is." Ernesto laughed. "After all these years, She probably doesn't even remember you. She's alive then, Thomas concluded, discreetly recording the conversation on his cell phone. You've kept her a prisoner for 20 years. Prisoner. Ernesto dismissed the word with disdain. I gave her a life of luxury in exchange for a worthless piece of land. It was a deal. A deal made under threat is no deal. A new voice interjected. In the doorway stood Xavier, accompanied by an older woman whose eyes, identical to Maya's, overflowed with decades of contained pain. Mother, Maya whispered, her voice breaking. Amelia Alvera advanced slowly, her eyes fixed on the daughter she hadn't seen since she was a child. Maya, she said simply, her voice choked with emotion. Behind them, in the hallway, Elise watched the scene with clinical interest, her cell phone recording every word. The reunion between mother and daughter was about to expose not only the fraud behind the origins of the Weber Empire, but also reveal how excessive ambition had destroyed lives and torn families apart. A truth that not even all the money in the world could hide anymore. And while Ernesto Weber watched his empire of lies crumble, an even more devastating truth remained hidden. Thomas was not his biological son, but an orphan adopted to replace the baby his wife had lost. A final twist that, when revealed, would complete the cycle of justice begun by a determined mechanic with a sapphire ring on her finger.